Hi guys.
Welcome to Kubonga na Youth Show. Ya Kuovadis, we are back again with a fire, with an exciting, an exciting episode.
Kabisa.
Yes. And today we are going to be talking about
Self-improvement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we will be your hosts, Sylvia Getare.
And me, Joseph Washira, aka DJ Joe.
Exactly, yes.
Mm.
So I think the first thing we should cover is, what does self-improvement mean to you? So Joe, what does self-improvement mean to you?
Okay, for me, self-improvement is the way of making yourself more better from where you are and in various aspects of life. It may be your goals, it may be your health, it may be your relationships, your career. So it's a way of just trying to improve on yourself. Yeah, that is what I define as self-improvement.
Yeah, I think I don't have, my answer is not very far from that. So I concur with Joe that self-improvement means just like, what more value are you adding to yourself on a daily basis? It can be, as he has said, in terms of relationships. It can also be yourself, focusing on yourself, maybe your physical improvement, maybe even improving how you wear, how you dress. It can also mean your brain. Are you reading more books? Are you being more productive in your work? Are you adding more skills? I think self-improvement is a very, very, very wide area, and there's a lot that we can draw from from information concerning the self-improvement. Yeah. So what else do you think we should share concerning self-improvement?
For me, I think it's also a part of maybe challenging yourself from the where you are before to now where you are. Looking at maybe as we are also part of the beginning of the year, it's good to have you reflect on yourself on the self-improvement. It's a wise topic you have chose today to discuss on self-improvement. Maybe look at yourself. Maybe last year there's something I had said. Maybe I want to reduce by 9 kgs. Now I even increased times 2. Have now increased with 18 kgs. And maybe I wanted to maybe pursue a short course I've not pursued. So it's a way of challenging also yourself from improving. Yeah,
definitely. And something that I've forgotten to mention, the moment I hear self-improvement, another term comes to mind, a Japanese term actually, kaizen. Kaizen means small maybe improvements that you do, especially in organizations, so that you can improve the processes. So it's small changes that lead to improvement. So I think self-improvement should be that, like that kaizen, where you are doing small positive changes so that you can become better. It doesn't even have to be at something major, at maybe like doing a plastic surgery. It's just something that you change, maybe habits that you change every day, maybe something that you overcome every day, and then you become better. And I like that. Like whatever you are last year, you're trying now to become a better version of that person. Yes.
Yeah, sure. Talking of habits, maybe can you tell us what are the daily habits that you think somebody might include so as maybe to improve his self-improvement? What are the daily habits that concur with self-improvement?
Okay, for me, one of the habits that I normally do every day so that I can become better is to make a to-do list. When I get to the office, I am able to kind of come up with a list of the things that I'm supposed to tackle that day. Because I feel like I may forget other things, or I may not be able to prioritize if I cannot see them there. So I am able to make a to-do list, and this is a habit that I've formed. So I make that to-do list. Whenever I'm in a meeting, I'm able to kind of collect what are the action points that are required from me as an individual, so that later after the meeting, I'll be able to also schedule those activities. Other things that I have formed a habit of doing is consulting. I have realized that I'm in the journey of self-improvement. So obviously I don't know anything. I'm not an expert in everything. So when it comes to certain things, I am able to come out of my comfort zone. I'm able to drop my pride, and I'm able to consult somebody else who can do this thing better than I can do. And of course, now with the combined effort, that teamwork, it helps me to improve, and it also helps the organization to improve. Lastly, I normally take one day at a time, one task at a time. Self improvement, as I've mentioned, is a series of small, small things that you incorporate in your day so that you can become better. It doesn't have to be like a major change in your life. So, taking one task at a time, one day at a time, eliminating one bad habit at a time, incorporating one good habit at a time. And in that context, there's something that I learned last year called Pomodoro technique. So I realized that I get distracted very easily, and I have so many things to do. So in order to conquer this, a friend of mine told me about the Pomodoro technique, which is a technique where you kind of block your time, 25 minutes, a short break, 25 minutes, a short break. So within these 25 minutes, you're able to focus on one task. And then there's a timer and there's a bell that tells you your time is up. So once you're able to focus on that task, it's possible for you to actually accomplish so many tasks because you're not doing this task, then doing this other task. So you're able to actually even do that work much, much better. So for me, those are some of the habits that I've been incorporating in my daily life so that I can improve myself. What about you?
For me, I think the first thing first is setting up my alarm
Mm-hmm.
to the right time. That is the first habit that if you a person in everything, if it's about your fitness, you must wake up early before you go to work or wherever you're going. So the first thing is waking up early. So first habit is setting up an alarm. If it is praying, if it is fitness, if it is going to work, studying, must wake up early.
Yeah.
Then also, as you have said, the to-do list, and also something also I learned about the prioritization matrix. Using the first things first, the most urgent, more urgent, and the ones that you can do them better. So you have like a table, the urgent ones, the important ones, and those less important. Maybe you can delegate to somebody else. It's not a must you focus so much, so you know how to focus. The other thing is about my social circle. The people I want to engage with. Yani hawa watu wa kueneza nisaidia ni improve myself.
Yeah.
If it is about career, who am I working with? If it is about fitness, maybe who do I want to work with? You can't say you want to be more fit and you are not engaging yourself with maybe a nutritionist, a fitness coach, or maybe somebody who does morning drills. If it is about your career, maybe I want to pursue an IT course, I must work with an IT guy.
Yeah.
So improvement of my social circle is something that you yourself as a young person need to look at. And maybe also praying. I say everything comes from God. Don't forget you are Christians. And this is a Christian channel anyway. So we can't forget to always pray and set God first in all that you do.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. And in as much as you're talking about these daily habits, I believe it's not easy. Self-improvement is a change process. So even in that setting of the alarms, kuna siku zenye una set alarm.
Una
snooze. Ama hata unalala, unaamka unapata alarm ililia 1 hour ago. Maybe kuna times to set, maybe you need to work out. Alafu unajipata hiyo siku maybe umeamka, and you know, what I'm saying is, in this self-improvement journey, it's a change journey. So there are some challenges that we encounter along the way as we're trying to improve ourselves. So maybe we will share our personal challenges and maybe how we have overcome them or how we are overcoming them, because we are still in the journey.
Wow.
And maybe this will be able to motivate a young person out there who is facing the same challenges or similar challenges. So maybe Joy, you can start.
For me, the first thing, I think the first challenge is procrastination. That thing, you have decided you want to improve yourself, but you keep unaipostpone, unaipuuza. Procrastination kwa lugha yetu tunasema ni kupuuza. Kwa lugha nyingine ya Kihibri tunasema ni kuhodia. So unasema leo ninafanya si nimesema hii mwaka nitaenda gym. Natumia sana because hizi ni vitu nitaenda gym. Na hizo example. Nasema gym ni pesa ngapi? 2,000. 2,000 hiyo ni pesa nzuri sana, hata nitalipa nitaingia. Nikakaa hivi kidogo nasema mimi niamke asubuhi nianze kukimbia huku. Sure. Unajipata umelala. So procrastination is one of the things that inaweza fanya pia hiyo inaletwa na inconsistency.
Yeah.
You do something today, maybe you are saying I will read a book, Atomic Habits. I've been saying about that book last year. Atomic Habits, Mara. We don't want the soft copy. We want
the hard copy. Giving ourselves excuses
every time. So if you decide you read one page, and you find it very exciting, unapata hata ninakuja na nimepata hiki kitabu. Within 2 days, distraction, then you forget about it.
That's true.
Then also, I think another point is lack of guidance, lack of mentors. People who work with you, people who just have said that the social circle, the people you're interacting with. Maybe you don't have a proper way of doing this. If it's something about financial growth, maybe you want to improve yourself, you want to have a saving culture, you want to start investing somewhere, you don't have any proper guidance. Maybe those are the challenges. Even for you young people, you can tell us down there in the comment section, what are the challenges you think you face when you are improving yourself, or maybe you faced and now you have conquered them.
Okay, so how do you handle those challenges? How are you trying to overcome those challenges?
One thing is about just as I said, if it is if it is procrastination, you have to stay focused.
Yeah.
You know what you want. First of all, the first thing I say is set smart goals. You know what by smart mean specific. The smart SMART.
Yeah.
Specific, measurable, attainable, real time, realistic, and time bound.
Yeah.
So you must set such a goal. If you feel that it's a career, if you want to improve yourself in a career wise, so look at what career you want to achieve. If you want to be a nurse, if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be an engineer, set that goal well and make sure that whatever you are doing is attaining to that goal. So be persistent. Don't lose focus. Tukua high school tunasema mtu akiwa form 1 alikuwa anaanza akiwa daktari, anamaliza akiwa patient. Ukiwa form 1 unataka kuwa daktari. Ukiwa form 2 unasema hata nursing si mbaya. Ukifika form 3 unasema clinical officer ama pharmacy. Nasikia hizi ni course mzuri. Ukifika form 4 unasema bora tu niingie campus. So you see you have already lost focus. So stay focused. And also have mentors who guide you. People will work with you. People will show you what you can do. You don't look for so many mentors. We used to have motivation speaker. Ule mwenye amekuja amewaguza. Unaona mlikuwa na notebooks mnakimbia dining hall. Ninashika kitabu nasema my name is Sylvia Gitari, nashaandika speaker. Sylvia Gitari hapo juu. Huyo sasa ndiye anakuwa mentor wako. But you have so many mentors around you.
That's true.
People who can motivate you.
Yeah. And on the issue of mentors, by the way, I think it also boils down to also putting yourself in spaces of people who are better than you.
Yes.
Like for example, if you want to become a better, let's say DJ, you have to go to where the good DJs are. Kama ni institution yenye wanasomeshwa ama ni events zenye wako, so you're able to kind of interact with people who can become your mentors. So also you're putting yourself in environments zenye zina promote kenye unataka kwa life yako.
Even an important one, you have not mentioned that we are all in today. The phones, the social media.
Yes.
Even if you don't, get yourself with the mentors, if you don't get yourself in a safe space, there's something that you are consuming, whatever you are consuming in your social media. Maybe if I want to be a better DJ, there's a DJ. I look at maybe DJ Joe Falme, DJ Kim, what they are doing, how they do their work. There are so many interviews in our YouTube. Even in our YouTube channels, we have good mentors. Please check out and subscribe.
Yes, exactly.
And see what kind of mentors we are talking about. You listen to their stories and you're able to realize. For example, for me, I think my mentors, I meet them in the social media pages, and I'm able to listen to their story. Some people, you see how they have come from.
Yeah.
You put yourself in their shoes and you are like, okay, I'll be there sometime.
Yeah.
So I think that is where the young people are nowadays. People are using a lot of social media.
Yeah, sure.
And don't forget, it can also be a distractor.
Yes.
To self-improvement.
That's true.
Yeah.
So some of my challenges, I have many. Some of my challenges in self-improvement, one of them is maybe prioritization issue, because you find that you are one person and you're supposed to be at work, you're supposed to be at church, you're supposed to be among the youth, you're supposed to be everywhere. You're supposed to be active, you're supposed to actively participate in all those forums that you're part of. So sometimes we find that these things are more urgent, like according to the prioritization matrix, you find that these things, for you find that they are more urgent and maybe they are more important. And then self-improvement inakuja huku chini kabisa. So when you're like, at the end of the day, when maybe you're supposed to maybe read a novel, or maybe watch motivational something, or maybe even meet somebody who can add value to you, you're too tired, you're not able to do that. You're not able to even schedule or plan properly because you have prioritized everything else and you've left very little energy and focus for your self-improvement. So I think this is something that affects me a lot. So I think that is something that I am still working on right now. I'm really trying to schedule my time. This is how I'm trying to overcome it. I'm really trying to schedule my time and to be present. So kama ni masaa ya kukula, I want to be present. Kama ni masaa ya kuwatch, I am present. Kama ni masaa ya kuhang out na marafiki, I am present. Kama ni masaa ya debate, I want to be present, so that I can be able to enjoy that moment. And when I move on to another activity, I won't feel like, maybe I should have given more, maybe, something like that. So kama ni masaa ya kazi, focus on the work, give it your all. Kama ni masaa ya kucheza, give it your all. So I think that's one of the ways I'm overcoming that. Another challenge that I find when it comes to self-improvement is impatience. Self-improvement is a process and it can be very slow sometimes.
Right.
So sometimes you wonder, why am I not losing weight? I have been working out. I have been, what is happening? Or maybe it's a book that you're supposed to be reading, or maybe it's something that you're supposed to be writing. Like, for example, like I am currently writing a thesis. So you're writing, you're researching, but hausongi. So you're wondering, when will I be able to make the breakthrough? So that calls for a lot of patience. It calls for a lot of understanding, even from yourself, reminding yourself why are you doing it, reminding yourself the goals, and also reminding yourself the importance of sticking to that particular goal. So I think one last thing that I can say that maybe affects many young people is laziness. Laziness too. Because self-improvement means moving out of your comfort zone. It means changing what you're used to and moving to something else. So we are lazy. We don't want to do the extra thing that will help improve us.
Sure.
Yes.
Like some of us don't want to subscribe to our channel and they are still viewing. Please help us to self-improve our channel.
Yeah, help us to improve our School of Addies by subscribing to our channel, and also comment on maybe ways that that you are overcoming these challenges. So for example, like laziness, how do you overcome that? You maybe push yourself, maybe you remind yourself also why you're doing it.
You motivate yourself.
You have to motivate yourself.
Yeah, you must challenge yourself.
Yeah.
Because being comfortable is a bit also, it's too lazy also.
Yeah.
Don't be so much comfortable about whatever you're doing. Think you're okay. You have a nice phone.
Yeah.
You are getting bundles. we are getting good, nice clothes. Challenge yourself. Look
Yeah.
at whatever you can. Because I believe even when God created us, He had a purpose for us and a specific goal for us. So
That's true.
look for it.
You mentioned the SMART goals, and I think maybe one of the ways that would help us move out of our laziness is also maybe you write down those goals in a way that you can be able to see them. So constantly, subconsciously, your mind will be reminding you, there's this goal that I'm supposed to attain.
Yes.
This is to an extreme. Maybe you can also punish yourself, maybe in a way. Like ukisema, if I'm not able to achieve this by then, I will not eat ice cream for 1 month. I don't know if that can work. Maybe you can like kind of just a way of challenging yourself. But
Sure.
anyway, I think maybe you can also help us with ideas on how we can deal with our own challenges of self-improvement as you also contribute yours. Yeah, so I think since we have so many young people that are listening to us, maybe they would like to know how can they be motivated? How can they stay motivated in their self-improvement journey? What kind of advice can you give them?
For me, the first thing, just we have said them in a way of overcoming.
Yeah.
One is having smart goals, be persistent,
Yeah.
look at yourself and stop procrastinating so many things.
Yeah.
Then another one is about celebrating small wins.
Oh yes, definitely.
Celebrate
Yes.
them. If you have made, if you have read one book, maybe even if you have read the half of it,
Yes.
celebrate. Say, at
Yeah.
least now I've seen I can read a book. At least now, if you have made yourself that, for example, the social media. I was going to say the social media hours. If you have really kept constantly kept the social media hour, the to-do list, celebrate.
Yeah.
If you have achieved something, celebrate. Don't beat yourself too much.
Yeah.
Celebrate. The other thing is, and a very important one is, you cultivate a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the mindset of always wanting to learn more and always wanting to improve yourself. We are not born knowing each and everything, and we must be challenged. A person with a growth mindset is a person who is, when he is challenged, he takes that challenge as an opportunity to learn. But a person with a no growth mindset takes that challenge as a criticism.
Maybe. Yeah.
For example, if you have a growth mindset, if somebody tells us maybe your channel needs to have something like this, needs to be done like this. Now we see it as a time to learn. But if somebody tells us that your channel is doing this, it is not growing that because of this and this, then you say, hey, umse anataka tu maybe hata wacha tuone hata channel yake inafanya nini, juu anatuambia hata kuna YouTube, sianze YouTube aone. You know,
Yeah, sure.
so that is the growth mindset. So if you cultivate yourself a growth mindset, always learning. If you fail, learn. Then the last thing I was always have set a goal. My father used to tell me, make sure by the end of December, you always look at yourself and say, what have I achieved this year? What have I done? Even if it is building a small dog kennel, you have bought a puppy. That's an achievement. You have done something.
Yeah.
So don't beat yourself so much that don't be comfortable. At the end of the year, you look at yourself and say, what have I done? For example, last year I looked at myself. I said, oh, at least I did a course in DJing. I did a course in virtual assistant. So I was able to improve myself. So at the end of this year, what do I want? Maybe I want to buy a car. I want to build a house. By December, have I done that?
Maybe you want to also get married, such things. Okay. Just saying.
Let's continue.
Yeah. So, but then, Joe, there's something that you've mentioned that has reminded me something. when we were mentioning the challenges,
Yes.
most of the challenges we said challenges that are coming from ourselves. We didn't mention challenges that are coming from other people. You've mentioned something. Maybe you might be trying to grow, but somebody tells you something negative. Okay, well, with a growth mindset, you take it positively.
Yes.
But kuna wale wenye wako na malicious intentions,
Okay.
and they will tell you bad things. So that you can be discouraged, like seriously discouraged. So they'll be like, why are you working out so much? Why are you not? So I think there are challenges that come from within us. There are those that come from outside.
So, yes.
So I think we need to know how to manage that.
Sure.
So in terms of motivating these young people, I've realized there's also a challenge of comparison. Like the young people will be asking themselves, will be seeing themselves as they'll look at these social media platforms and they'll see somebody walisoma na yeye high school ama primary anaendesha gari, lakini wewe bado uko Futsubishi, hata huna job. So you'll wonder why that person has always been lucky. Now utasema kuna opportunities better kuniliko. So I think it's important for us as young people to remember that every person has their own journey. Everybody, you are born with your own path. Kila mtu, God kuna vile amekusetia life. This is how your life will be. So you compare yourself with somebody else who has had different background, who has been raised by different parents. Unajua pia mindset ya parents zetu pia kuna vile inatu affectingi. You have been raised in maybe a homestead that was struggling. Kuna mwingine ameraiziwa in a different homestead yenye alikuwa anapata everything alikuwa anataka. Opportunities pia zinatupata in different ways. Our skills also, unapatanga that we are completely different people. Okay, we are the same, but still you're completely different. So kila mtu ako kwa journey yake. And once we understand that, we will stop comparing ourselves so much and we will be able to focus on improving ourselves. Actually, there's somebody who says that if you want to compare you to anyone else, compare yourself with the person that you were in the past. So for example, if you want to compare yourself with who you are right now, compare yourself with the Joe that was there in 2024. That is a person that you will compare yourself with. That is a person that you will improve. That is a person that you will take maybe notes from. Maybe that person was doing better than you're doing right now. But if you compare yourself with other people, then you might be a bit disappointed. Yeah. So I think that's one way to help young people to stay motivated. So, and also remember the purpose. Remember why you are doing it. I think that's also another way of keeping young people motivated.
And don't be forced to be self-motivated. Somebody said yesterday that there's something called intrinsic
motivation and extrinsic motivation.
It must come from
within you.
Don't be forced. The other things there will be, if you are forced, you don't be able to overcome all these challenges. But if it is something that is coming from you, it will help you a lot.
True.
You have said about creating your own path. There is something I was looking for in my phone. A comment I saw somewhere that mambo ya God inanga kasoro, timing hukua perfect. Unaona? Mambo ya God inanga kasoro, time yake hukua perfect.
Exactly.
You never know.
Ananga
signal ati sasa ndio nakuja. Sasa unapatanga kitu umejialign to. So hata wewe usijibit sana. Time yake itafika na ujimotivate na uendelee. So I think ni kama ninapeana conclusion. I think we have come to the point of concluding.
Actually, we can conclude by saying maybe somebody who wants to start their own self-improvement journey, we can advise them as we give our parting shots.
Okay, for me, I think my parting shots was part of what I had said, and I think all the best, all the things that you're supposed to do, in terms of self-improvement, just set smart goals. Be specific on what you want to achieve. Now si mambo ya kubit tunasema siku hizi sisi ni majenzi, straight to the point, acha kubit around the bush. Kama unataka kuwa DJ, enda ukuwe DJ, enda ingia tafuta na DJ waulize walisomea wapi, pesa ngapi, anza na ufanye kitu. Tunasemanga kwa Latin, odumuru ule utali mwaji. In short,
Yeah.
nasema the bad thing is what has not been started. If it is started, now you start now seeing what are we going to do about it.
That's
You
true.
can't say I want to start reading and you're not even have a book, even a story book. Hata story book, hata heri useme set book.
Yeah.
Kama sahi uanze I want to start reading. I want to start losing weight. I want to start being a prayerful person. Na hata uingii kwa jumuiya, uingii kwa youth. So start, and last but not least, ask God for help. Hii mambo yote tunasema hapo, mambo ya self improvement, always go to God, lean and pray about it.
Yeah.
Mention it, mention what you have. Don't mention the challenges that you think they will face. You have not even started it. So first of all, mention it. When the challenges come now, God will help you.
Yeah.
So that is it. I think
yeah, so mine is self-improvement is not a destination, it's a journey.
yes.
So it's something that you're contributing to, using the daily habits, maybe the daily routines. And once you start, as Joe has said, then you need to be dedicated, you need to be consistent, you need to be committed. You also need to be very, very disciplined, so that you can be able to achieve that target that you've set for yourself. And when you get to that target, you work to maintain it. That's why it's a process. So for example, if you're working to attain a particular weight, kuna wenye anataka kuongeza, kuna wengine anataka kupunguza. So if you're working towards that particular weight, when you achieve it, you don't stop there. You work to maintain it. Ukimaliza kuangalia mambo ya weight, maybe unaanza kuwork on abs. Ukimaliza abs, yani it's a journey of always improving yourself. So besides that, it's not for the world to change, it's for you to change. The world will, it may be a bit difficult for you to change the world, but you can change yourself first, and then maybe you'll be able to change the world with a combination of many other people, including God, and maybe other people who can add value to exactly whatever you want. With that growth mindset and many other things that you've said here, the goals, the continuous improvement, the habits, the everything, I think you can be able to start your journey of self-improvement, and you'll be able to be the change that you wish to see you'll be able to actualize the change that you wish to see in the world. So that was a very deep conversation.
Sure.
And we've discussed a lot and we've shared a lot. And I hope that you as a young person have benefited from this session, and you will be able to share it with your fellow young people. You'll also be able to apply it in your own life. So remember to watch. Okay, you've watched until this part. So remember to subscribe. You can comment and also share this on your statuses and other social media platforms, so that other people can be able to see this and also benefit from it like you have.
Sure.
Yeah.
That is it, and I think I don't have much to say. All I can say is that continue subscribing, improve yourself.
Yeah.
By pressing that button down here.
Yeah, we'll be having content every week. Make sure you come back for more content.
There's a way of self-improving our YouTube channel.
Yeah, definitely. And also a way of improving yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, as an individual.
So I know I was told something, but I have said right now, if you do something continuously, a habit, for 22 days, it becomes your norm.
Yeah.
So one way of improving yourself is habits.
Yeah.
Do it consistently and it will become a norm.
True.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Bye.
Adios, muchachos.